Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Resting Easy with Chris and
Breezy.
And we are gonna take it easy today by just doing
It could be 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It could be 5 miles.
who knows? We're just gonna take it easy today because we're still recovering from being
And I'm still on the verge of whatever.
so we still got to train. Yes. So in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Here we go! All right, so how we, baby? Where are we at?
About 2.14 and 27 minutes.
Huh.
We're doing intervals,
Yeah.
2.5 minute run, 1 minute walk.
Whew. Yeah.
And we're shooting for a 5K right now because that's that.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, taking it easy, right? The resting easy. We're taking it easy today. Anyway, check it in at the end, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we decided to stop at a medium of where we're supposed to be at. Where did we stop at? Like
3.5 miles.
3.5. So let us get all cleaned up, and then we're gonna talk about some old stuff. Since it's turning into fall.
Almost winter.
Yeah. Let's talk about some summer stuff, and maybe even throw in some winter advice. All right, guys, we are back, all dressed up, nice and fancy. Look at Breezy. She's got her little great big beautiful beautiful tomorrow t-shirt, and look at her earrings. Little what are they? Look at that. Look at that. Donald Duck and a pumpkin, and here I am in just a hoodie because you know why? Because it is getting cold. But before we go into our cold weather stuff, we got to talk about summer. So
Josh Dad does it way better.
Yeah.
So we keep forgetting to talk about the Run Disney Virtual Summer Series, which we did sign up for. Mm-hmm. This is the second time we've done it. The first time was when they had the attractions was the theme. Yeah.
Oh, which one is the one that we did with the villains? Was that its own separate one?
It was a Wine and Dine when it went virtual.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The first,
that's right.
So like 2020.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought that was the last virtual one, was the villains. Anyway.
But so we did do that, and at that time we actually bought 2 separate sets. Mm-hmm. Are yours still in the box? Or
no, they're out here. They're hanging up. Yeah.
But this time we decided to only buy one set,
Just
and
one.
Because
save us money for other Disney trips.
Yeah. Well, so first of all, let's start with the box. We
Yes.
can show that, and then we can finally recycle it.
Throw it away. Yes.
They give you this huge ass box.
Yes.
Oh, my
Look at the size. I mean, this is like, look at it.
it's too much. But
Yeah.
it's cute. I get it.
It's what you're paying for, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when we did the other summer series, it came in a box like this big, and that was like that was perfect.
Perfect.
But anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and the thing is, it didn't get shipped to us here.
Oh yeah. So Disney, of course, will only ship to the 48 contiguous 48 states. Blah blah blah. So we have it shipped to family, and then they ship it to us. That's
Makes sense.
Because we are also doing the 12 Ks of Christmas. Again, only one set though, and that'll be the same way. But moving on to the medals themselves.
Of course.
So there's 3 medals. It's technically how it works is you're supposed to run a 5K in June, a 5K in July, and a 5K in August. And we actually did the 5K in June. We did it on National Running Day, which is always the first Wednesday of the month. And that one was Steamboat Willie themed.
Yeah.
So
Is it your ride? You got it? I got it.
And the little thing spins, so there you go.
Spinner.
And then on the back, it does also say it has the 100 logo on it. And then the second one in July. Don't ask. I don't remember when we ran it. I should have looked this up, but you know.
Yeah. Off the cuff.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But this one is Sorcerer's Apprentice themed. So you've got Mickey in his with the sorcerer's hat, and then on the other side you have one of the brooms. Yeah. The lanyards are all the same for all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's a challenge because it's a challenge.
I'll show you that in here in a second. Yeah.
All right, and then the third one for August is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
That's a big difference in time gap there.
So there you got one of the little train cars, and then on the other side you have Mickey and Minnie. And of course, as you see, these go in a timeline: Steamboat Willie, Sorcerer's Apprentice, and then Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, it's kind of like here's
hashtag
30s.
I missed the great movie ride.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but anyway, after you complete all of them, I mean, it still comes in the same box and all that stuff. You get the
challenge medal.
The challenge medal, and this one's pretty cool. It doesn't have no spinners or anything, but to say if you don't want to hang it or whatever, you can just take this and put it on your refrigerator or any other metal, whatever type of thing. But
and Riley just crossed mile 15 of the Detroit Free Press Marathon.
Yay, go
2 hours,
Riley!
52 minutes, 35 seconds at a 10:50 minute per mile.
Wow, she's booking it. Anyway,
Go Riley.
Go Riley. There's the back of it. I mean, there's the front. There's the back.
Yeah, the back of this one is definitely more decorated.
So I guess you could like just
take that off and
take that off, and you just have the front of the metal. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know, but I actually thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
And then of course the ribbons for that. There you go. That's the virtual challenge, and then you have the
these ones just say virtual 5K.
Yeah, virtual 5K.
Because you can register for an individual 5K for June or July or August.
Yep, yeah.
You don't have to sign up for the whole thing.
Yeah, and then also with doing the challenge, you get the big medal. You might as well get the small one too. So there it is. Yep, and that's the summer thing. I mean, these medals are actually pretty good. I mean, one per family. I think it was probably good enough.
Yeah.
We don't need double medals for everything.
So yeah, because like we have double medals for the in-person races, and eventually we're gonna sell those to help finance our
our universal runs. Just kidding.
Yeah, when are they coming back?
I don't know.
Help finance more runs or our whatever we decide to do.
Cruises.
Hashtag van life.
Who knows? Yeah. Whole bunch of things to talk about. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the summer series. We don't do it every year. It just depends on if the theming is cool.
I mean, the theming was actually pretty cool. It's the 100th year or whatever. So
the medals were nice. The ones for the 12Ks of Christmas, those are really cute, and they're of course going to be ornaments as well. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we put them up here or do we put them in our Christmas boxes and stuff?
Yeah, I'll probably put them in the Christmas boxes.
Okay. But as we are moving off into the winter months and getting ready to do the 12Ks, or is it 12Ks? Or
yeah,
12Ks?
But it won't even be until December.
Okay. Well, we're looking at winter coming along here pretty soon, so I wanted to throw out some tips for to get ready for running in the cold or winter, as you would say. I mean, for me, if it's anything below 65 degrees, that's cold, so I'll be running, probably on a treadmill. Anyway, my 5 top tips. 5 top tips of running in the wintertime. First one, it's all about stretching. Ensure that you're stretching. And Breezy has always said stretching includes
dynamic stretching.
Dynamic stretching
your
too as well.
Pre-running should be warming up your muscles, so that should include more dynamic movements. You should actually always be stretching before you run, not that we always do.
Before running and after running as well. So that's the one that we kind of skip out on because it's like, oh, I'm so tired, I don't want to do nothing. But that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, always have a plan. Especially with the days being shorter and it being dark, just make sure that you know where you're going, know when you're coming back, but always tell somebody.
Only because if it gets really cold and something happens, then somebody, and you're not back at a certain time, somebody might know that, there's a problem.
Yep.
I know a lot of your smartwatches, Garmin's, Galaxies, Apple Watches all have emergency alerts. So and I know for a lot of people, and unfortunately a lot of women, you probably already have that set up, but it's definitely a good thing to consider in the winter. And also don't forget the night gear. Yes.
And that goes into the next tip in regards to your apparel when you are running. The biggest thing is that you think that it's really cold outside, but your body actually heats up. And with all the amount of clothing that you wear, the next thing you know, you're either overheating, you're sweating too much. So the third tip goes into making sure that you dress in layers. So that way, at the beginning of your run, it might be cold. So those layers will help keep you warm. But during your run itself, just make sure that you're able to open up the clothes and let your body breathe before you know.
And then depending on how long the run is, you might have to put them back on and so on and so forth.
Yeah. But it's not like you go run like a 10K and next thing you know you're just running with a bunch of clothes. Just make sure that you dress in layers and long sleeve shirts, pants, maybe a neck gaiter, or even a hat and some gloves. Because when you think about where a lot of your heat goes out of is your head. So just wearing a hat actually does keep you warm just by itself. And then you're talking about the you lose heat in your extremities and all that stuff.
Your hands and stuff because the blood is obviously going to start going towards your vital organs, things like that. So your fingers and hands will start going numb.
A lot quicker. Yes. And then that was tip number 3. Now tip number 4 is actually well known and kind of like in the military realm, because when it's cold, a lot of people don't drink because they feel it's like it's not you're not thirsty because you're just you're cold. So tip number 4 is still hydration. Drinking while you are have a little bottle to take with you on your runs to stay hydrated during, because it's just that whole thing of trying to you're cold, why drink cold water to continue on. But that's tip number 4, hydration. Always stay hydrated during your runs or even before and after. Just stay hydrated in itself, right? Yeah. All right.
Drink water.
Yeah. Okay. Drink water. Yep. And then number 5. This one kind of wraps everything up in regards to all of the other tips. I basically say if all else fails,
use a treadmill.
Use a treadmill. I know there's going to be some areas where people live that it's going to be, 5-10 feet deep of snow, and it's just not possible to run. So, yeah.
Or it just gets really icy, things like that.
The roads are too dangerous. Or whatever,
also, if you're in a situation where you're not used to the weather, this goes either way, hot, cold, whatever. Don't go out and automatically attempt a long run in it. You need to let your body get acclimated. Yeah. Even if it's just temporary, then either use a treadmill, like if you're just on a trip, or make the run, significantly shorter.
Yeah. And that's that's kind of like the best advice is don't put yourself in so much harm of trying to run outside during the wintertime. If it all comes down to it, just get on that dreaded treadmill and do short little runs, or maybe even extend it out to a little bit more. I know there's a lot of treadmills that shut off after an hour. So
You're talking about like gyms or just in
little gyms and some treadmills out there. Those are kind of like the 5 tips, and hopefully everyone is getting used to the cold weather to then for marathon weekend go to Orlando and then run in 90-degree weather. So that's just the gist of it. I guess so.
I mean, I know it's gotten cold down there during race weekends. We just haven't never been there during one.
Yeah.
Well, no.
One was like
Dopey
70
no,
or
there was
something
a
like
dopey
that.
one where like 2 of the races it actually did start out kind of cold, and then it warmed up, and the other 2 it was warm the entire time.
I think it was because it was raining and the cloud cover, and it was just cold in the mornings or whatever, and it just stayed cold.
Well, no, but I remember there was also a couple like it rotated. Like there's a 5.5 were cold in the beginning, and I think the 10 and the full. The fulls have always been hot, at least the ones we've done so far.
The ones we've been, yeah.
But other than that, we do have, of course, they've released a couple pieces of information regarding Run Disney events. Wine and Dine, as anybody predicted, will have a virtual queue for the first day of the Run Disney merch, unless you are a gold or platinum Club Run Disney member.
Yep.
And then they've released the starting area of the Disneyland races, which, okay.
Yeah, we've never ran those, so we don't know really what the big difference is in regards to
and it's
the
just
past
the starting
races.
point. It's not the actual, it's not in the whole course or whatever. But
So...
I think that's about it.
That's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video.
Next week we will.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
No, go.
Okay. Next week we'll actually, because next week will be our last video before we leave for Florida. But we'll be talking about our plans that as we're down there. We'll give more details.
Yeah, most definitely, because we still got the Wine and Dine event guide.
That should be coming out
That
this
should be
week.
coming
I'm
out.
about
The
85,
course.
90% sure that will be coming out this upcoming week, Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Probably.
Who knows? Maybe the courses will stay the same, or maybe they might change them up. Who knows? I still think they're probably going to be the same.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we'll talk about that. And we do have a themed 5K next weekend.
Yes, we do. So stay tuned for that. But if you did like this video of how we gave you some tips and talked about the summer series, and then with our nice little run, because we were taking it easy, all right? Give the thing a thumbs up, please. I really do appreciate it. Talk about your top 10 or top 5 tips running during the wintertime down in the comments. We'd love to talk to you about it and, just exchange some tips. And make sure you subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And with that being said, see you later.